Good evening, everyone. You're listening to an international weekend PNE Flagship. We're not going to leave you deserted. Instead, we're going to do a special where, I don't know if people have seen this. Apparently on YouTube, the thing is that you do where you do tiering. So what we're going to do, there's been a lot of talk about the success so far of our loan signings. So we are going to rank the majority, we're probably missing a couple, of our loan signings from 2015 to 2025, and we're going to put them in tiers. Now, we were going to come up with fancy names, but we thought some of our fans aren't necessarily the smartest, no offense. So what we're going to do is we're going to... I'm not editing it out. I made myself laugh, right? So, like a movie, yeah, where you rate it 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star. 5 star obviously being the greatest, 1 star being the worst, and in between, so forth and so forth. So it's going to be worked out like that. So, do you two understand? Have I made it complicated or no?
No, understand that perfectly.
So what we're going to do, we're going to start off with someone fresh in the memories. Now, obviously, this is just a bit of fun. It's not too serious. So if Critch gives Aidan McGeady a 1 star, don't hold it against him. But
we know that will happen.
Yeah. So we'll start with a player that I think everyone can remember, and that is one of 3 players of the year we're going to mention on today's podcast, and that is Kane Kessler Hayden. Now, Critch, seeing you're the man with no notes, we're going to go to you first. What are you rating? What tier are you putting in? So, actually, I've not explained this best. We're each going to give our star rating, yeah? And then at the end, we have to agree on a star rating for the tiers. So, Critch, Kessler Hayden, our last season's player of the season.
Very, very fresh in the memory. Very fresh. I would have to. Oh my god! You're gonna.
And that is why I said to make notes.
Yeah.
Go on. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna put him in the 4.
4. Right.
4.
Okay then.
I'm all in 4.
Darren. Go on, Darren, a man who I'm sure has taken notes in preparation for this.
Oh yes.
Well, Kane Kessler Hayden. Yeah, I have really, really highly rated Kessler Hayden. 44 games, 2 goals for Preston North End, 3 assists in his time at Preston. I really liked him. I'm not going to put him in 4, but I'm going to give him a solid 3. Solid 3.
A 3
to be fair, I can't
from
argue.
Darren. Now, I think we spoke about this in our WhatsApp group last night where we were talking about this, Kessler Hayden. So last season, he was probably the standout in what was the worst performing North End side during this period that we're doing. So I think it was probably easier to stand out. He obviously played left wing back quite a bit of the season. Then he went over to right wing back. And I think he was good. He was good. I'm looking at his stats. 2 goals, 3 assists. I think we've got an improvement on that this season. Put it this way, I would prefer Paul Valentin at right wing back this season than I would Kessler Hayden. That might be a bold shout. I think Kessler Hayden, great defensively. Going forward, more to be improved on. And I feel like nobody now is saying, oh, nightmare, as if we didn't get Kessler Hayden. So, for that reason, I'm going to slot Kessler Hayden in at 3 stars. So...
Yeah, well, I'll go with you. I'm not going to argue that one.
Right, so Critch, you don't passionately feel enough to argue. So then, that's the example.
No, I agree. I'm more than happy.
Kane Kessler Hayden sitting in there at 3 stars. Right, we're not going to go to Critch first anymore because he clearly is going to as predicted. So we're going to go to Darren. Sam Greenwood.
Yeah, Sam Greenwood. I think he had a brilliant first half of the season, and again, what was not really a great season, but and then second half he almost had a bit of a fall off, and I really wanted him to do well. Obviously, coming on loan to us because I thought he was a very technical player. But again, just didn't really hit the mark for me. So unfortunately, I'm actually giving him a 2.
A 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think that's kind.
Are you the same, Critch?
I think that's kind.
Exactly the same. He did have a good half season, and then the second part of the season, he might as well just not been there. Which is so half the season he was good, half the season he was bad. So
and that would
2.
The stats would probably back that up because I was looking at this, and he obviously spent the full season on loan Ryan Lowe actually signed him. That's how far back he was bought in the summer, June last summer. He was actually sat behind me at the Pinatar Arena for the game against Lincoln. But so looking at his stats, so obviously he got red carded, didn't he, against Blackburn?
Mm.
So he gets red carded, and then he's out for a month, and his season kickstarts when he comes back, and he was pretty much on fire. He got 5 goals for us while he was here, but his last goal came in that game against Sheffield Wednesday in December. So that sort of shows it. 5 goals, 3 assists.
Back in midfielder.
Yeah, I'm going to give him 2 stars. I mean, but what we're saying here is the criteria is 1 is awful, 2 is nah, 3 is good, 4 is really, really good, and 5 is
the best.
Yeah, 5 is. Critch, I set you up to say the words. You've been whittering on about the goat all day. I set you up there. Right.
No, well, you complain when I use the terminology.
How old are you, Critch?
42.
42? Oh, you were buzzing. No wonder you didn't correct me before when I said you were 38. But yeah, 42-year-old man. A 42-year-old man can't say the word goat.
Oh, come on. Well, there's one person who's getting called the GOAT. I'm waiting for it.
If I'd have known you were 42, I'd have dug out some of the 90s players in this list. But
come on.
Right, so Sam Greenwood, we've all settled on a 2 for Sam Greenwood. And yeah, I'm sure. If you're watching, play along at home, put in the comments and replies like what you'd give these players. I'm curious what you would give. But I like Sam Greenwood.
A lot of people disagree. I'm sure a lot of people are going to disagree.
Probably.
Yeah, I did like Sam Greenwood. Did you like him, Critch, or not? We didn't do the podcast then, did we? So,
well, he did look a good player at first. I was like, wow, we've signed some sort of player here. He looks good. And then it mirrored his Middlesbrough loan because he did exactly the same at Middlesbrough. When he was on loan at Middlesbrough, he had a good half season, looked amazing, and then his form dips off a cliff the second half. It's weird. He did exactly the same with us. We can't carry players that are that inconsistent.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, I think it's good because people who are listening, they don't know our thoughts on half of our thoughts on half of these players, so it might be like interesting for them. So maybe before we give the ratings, we'll give a few thoughts on them. Right, I'm going to take this jumper off because I am absolutely dripping. But Cameron Archer, baby. Go on, Darren, I'll let you start.
Yeah, another good player that I absolutely love watching. I thought he was brilliant to watch. Obviously, that goal against Blackpool does everything for me. But again, obviously basing it off, facts and figures and stuff. I think I've been kind here again, but I'm going to give him a 3. And that's I know some people may not agree, but coming off Critch's logic about what that player's done for you and stuff like that, I just remember that goal against Blackpool, and oh god, yeah. Again, you may not agree with me, but I've put him at 3.
So I think with Archer, he obviously came in. I think he came in the January, didn't he, when Lowe had been manager for a month, and I think he proper kickstart. I'm thinking of some of those away games. Peterborough gets the winning goal, the Hull winning goal. He got 7 goals in 20, the winning goal against Blackpool. And I think, because obviously we're rating this on how you did in the loan. So it's not how you did after. Otherwise, Alvaro Fernandez is the clear winner because he's playing for Real Madrid. But this is strictly how he did when he was with us. And I think there's moments there in those 4 months. And I think an example of just how good Cameron Archer was, if you look at Tom Cannon, who we're going to speak about in a minute, everyone thought, there might be a slight chance we might get him back next season. But at the time, I don't remember anyone saying, we'll try and get Archer back next season. It was one of them. He did that well. I don't think anyone even thought it was a possibility that we'd get him. So I'm actually going to give Archer 4 stars, I think. 4 stars. For me, can't give him a 5 because the team didn't achieve promotion or anything like that. But for me, Archer, one of my favourite loan players of all time. Critch, what are you saying?
I'm thinking the same. We're on the same page this time. I'm saying 4.
Saying 4?
I just felt, 4. I thought he was really good when he came. One of the best we've had on loan. So scored goals for fun. What more can we say?
winning goal against the Donkey Lashes. He's always going to be remembered, isn't he?
Oh, yes.
For that, I always feel like Archer, he was better when he had the dreads. I feel like as soon as he shaved his head, he's never quite been the same.
Yeah.
Same player. It's like he lost a little bit of pace whenever I watch him play for like a Southampton, but still only 23 years old, Cameron Archer, by the way. It shows how young he was when he came in. But
Yeah, he
Archer,
was. Yeah.
One of my favourite all time. So are you gonna let us have the 4, Darren?
Yeah. No, of course, Jan.
If it's
I think you wanted to give him a 4. I think you wanted to give him a 4, didn't you?
Right, we'll go 4 for Archer. But so if it's 2-1 outvoted, obviously we'll go with that. It's a democracy. Yeah. But if someone passionately feels like, no, I'm not having it, you two are wrong, we'll consider it. All right, because I'm sure that'll crop up.
I like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, because we're all about give and take here on the what are we? The North End podcast this week, the flagship, whatever we are. NEP, right, the flagship. Okay, right. Look, we've done Archer. let's do the guy the next season. Tom Cannon, 23-24 season. This came in at the same time. He actually got one more goal than Cameron Archer did, and I'd say his goals fired us closer to the playoffs than, because we did flirt with the playoffs that season under Cannon. It took a while for him to get his first goal. I want to say it was against Wigan at the end of Feb. But yeah, Darren, well, Critch, you've already did. Go on, Critch, then. Go on, Critch. We'll let you go.
4. It's a 4. He's just as good as Archer, or, he's about the same. He scored goals for fun. It's a 4.
It's a 4. I'm trying to think. Were you not trying to tell me on the podcast that you weren't that bothered if we got him back? Or was that Nathan? Was it Nathan?
No, that must be Nathan. That's not me.
I knew so. Right, sorted. I'll let you off then. So Darren, what have you got? If you've given Archer a 3, I'm curious what you've gone for with Cannon.
Well, do you know what? Actually, I actually gave him a 4 on this list.
Oh,
I did. I really liked, again, I think Cannon's up there with one of the best loans we've had. And I was so excited at the thought about getting him back. I was praying and I was thinking, oh, please bring him back on deadline day.
Cheers, Greg.
And then, it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be.
Cheers, Greg.
Cheers, Greg. Cheers, Greg. Thanks for that one. Love you. Thank you for doing such an unbelievable
7 million. 7 million he was coming for. You believe the rumours, don't you?
I know. Whatever happened to that? But yeah, that was a long summer. That I never ever want to go on Twitter and search Cannon #PNEFC ever again. That was a long summer. I'm glad the rumours were only for a day this summer. Put it that way. But yeah, I'm 4 for Cannon as well. Yeah. So yeah, Cannon 4 from us. Right, another loanee who came in the same time as one Tom Cannon. That is. Has he had a cap or not? He will do soon if he's not. I think he might have done, actually. Chelsea striker Liam Delap. What are we saying? Critch, I'll let you start because this is one I don't think he's going to hit. You might surprise me.
For me, no, I think he was one of the worst. I'd put him, honestly, a 1. 1 star.
A 1?
Yeah, 1 star. When I think back to his games, I always remember reading about him. Pep said, what a player he is. He's really good. He's going to be the next big thing. And I was scrapped. And because I've read them words, I thought, right, well, the expectation's high for this guy. And I just thought he was awful for us. Every game I saw, I just thought he was terrible. That's as simple as it is. For me,
you've gone with a 1.
A 1.
Okay. Do you remember that miss against Blackpool we were saying before? 1-on-1. And you just knew, could have made it 4-0. I know it was still a great day, but there's a difference in beating your rivals 3-1 to beating them 4. At 4-0, they ain't getting a consolation goal. And we might even get 5th. And I always think, imagine beating them 4 or 5-0 and them going down as well. So, Critch, you're a 1. Darren, what are you saying?
Yeah. So, on this one, I did actually, I'll just come out and say I did put a 1 for Delap. But then I was thinking, obviously, towards the future and what he's done now. But I know this is just solely.
No.
I know this is solely what he did in this year. But I never ever thought in a million years he'd go on to do what he's done. And yeah, I did give him a 1, but I mean, he's proven me wrong. I tell you now, he has.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
he technically hasn't. He hasn't proven you wrong. You're just judging him off Preston. And for
Yeah,
Preston, he
well,
was terrible.
yeah.
So he's not proving you wrong.
He's definitely proven me wrong because I was in the comments on Twitter to Hull fans when they signed him going, he is absolutely crap.
So was I.
It's
So was
awful.
I.
It's awful.
Yeah, yeah.
Us and all the Stoke fans were like, he is terrible.
Yeah.
But, so I was thinking about this. For me, like a 1, I don't want to give an example because a 1 is probably someone who, for me, but anyway, obviously you can give what you want. A 1 is someone, I'm going to fight for Liam Delapia or something. I do actually enjoy watching him now. I love watching him for Ipswich last season. I was like, how is that the same player? I never try to judge a player now. Maybe I should try it with managers where I think, what if they end up like Liam Delap, especially when they're young. But so I think you can think of some loan signings that we've got that have just been disastrous, where they've come in and just done nothing. I know we're going to talk about him later, but Calvin Ramsey, how you doing, mate? Who actually seemed like a nice lad, but hey, we're not judging the personalities here, right? And I think Delap, he came in. I remember going to Swansea, and he made an impact when he came on. I feel like he made an impact away to Sheffield United, and I know it was an own goal it got given. He basically had the deflected shot that ended Blackburn's playoff hopes in the last minute in that 1-1 game. So for me, he's given me one great moment in 4 months. I'm a 2. I think there's players lower than a 1. So a 2 is, although I'm sort of a hypocrite there.
I can't think of anything good. I couldn't think of anything good.
I've just told you.
You're clutching at straws there.
I'm clutching at straws. So look, I don't passionately feel enough to say no. I'm putting my foot down. It's a 2. So do you 2 want to stick with the 1? Because we'll give him a 1. And
Yeah.
I tried for you, Liam. I tried. Right. Let's go to former Juventus player, current Leicester player, Steffi Mavadidi, on loan during the Alex Neil season 2017-2018, made his debut in the 1-0 victory against Sheffield Wednesday. I think, looking at what I've got in front of me, 10 appearances, got sent back and ended up going to Charlton. I'm going to start with this because I passionately feel about this one. If someone said to me, what's one of the worst performances you've ever seen at North Endshire, I go straight to the League Cup tie away at Accrington. Anyone who was there will know it was absolutely pissing down with rain, no terrace, right? And I'm watching this signing from Arsenal, and I'm thinking, where did we get him from? He is absolutely terrible. He couldn't trap the ball. He couldn't do anything. He was terrible. And then I just thought he was awful for us. So when I'm seeing he signed for Juventus a few years later, I'm like, what is going on?
We all were.
So for me, look, he's done well. He's at Leicester. He's like, maybe you'd call him a top championship player. I don't know. But Mavadid, 27 now, by the way. So he was in his 20s. Wow. He was as old as Archer and Cannon would have been, if not older, when he came to us. 2017, yeah. So, same age. So I'm going to give Steffi Mavadidi to Harrop Horgan DJ a 1. That might have thrown you then. That was a song he was in at the time. But yeah, a 1. Darren?
No, yeah, totally agree with you. That's exactly what I've got down here as well. Look at some of his stats here. I mean, one of the stats websites I've got it off says 11 games and no goals, no assists, absolutely nothing. Again, provided nothing. And when you come from like Arsenal, you think, wow, you're going to have some player on your hands, but again, just didn't hit it, did he? Nothing.
No, he was crap. Critch, are you going to tell me how great he was?
No, same. For me, he's a 1. He's a 1. Yeah, I couldn't ever remember him playing well or doing anything. So for me, how can you rank him any higher? You can't.
Yeah. There you go. I know we've just mentioned him, so we're all on a 1, aren't we, for Mavadidi?
Yeah.
1 for Mavadidi. Bottom tier. Speaking of bottom tier, are any of you going to fight the corner for, I forgot his first name, Calvin Ramsey? Ramsey, the lad on loan from Liverpool. 6.5 million he cost Liverpool from Aberdeen. To be fair to him, he had just done I think he'd done his cruise ship the season before. It hasn't worked out for him. He only played, I think, 2 games for us. He got recalled. I think he went to Bolton, and I don't think he did much for them. He's had spells at Wigan. Good result for them today, Critch. And So yeah, I'm going to give him a 1. It was a disastrous loan. Maybe not his fault. We don't know. Lowe didn't really give him a chance, but maybe that's been proved to be right since. I'm a 1. Critch?
Yeah, 1. There's not a lot to say, is there, in this one?
Yeah.
But I heard he did all right at Bolton.
Did he?
Yeah, that's what I heard, but I don't know how true it was. I just heard all I heard was, yeah, he's all right.
Well, maybe if there's a Bolton podcast doing that, they're giving him a 3.
Yeah.
Knows.
Yeah.
Are you 1, Darren?
I am indeed. Yeah, 1.
We can't give him anything else.
We can't know.
I know. It's going to be a big job fighting that corner, isn't it? Actually, now the next couple I think are going to be interesting here. I'm curious because I've put this name on Facebook and I've got a lot of E's. I just put who's the best long player, who's the worst.
I know what you're going to say.
So we're going to go with his first name's the name of a Brad Pitt film, Troy Parrott.
Yeah, knew it.
Troy Parrott. I think it's a tough one. So to summarise his career at North End, he comes in Ryan Low's first season. He's basically the hope because I think we only had, did we have Reese, I think, up top, who wasn't... I know we won't speak. Reese didn't really... Ryan Lowe never really got a tune out of Reese for a lot of his time here, did he?
Wonder why?
I don't know because I don't know you hate more. Lowe. We said, how is Critch going to get Lowe and Reese slander into this? And there you go. You've done well.
Didn't you brought them up?
I know, but I was trying to move. I know, but I was trying to move on with it, right? So Troy Parrott, he comes in as the big hope. We had Ched Evans, we had Reese, maybe we had someone else off the top of my head. And yeah, he gets injured. I think he just scored his first goal at Norwich away, 3-2 victory. Reese got 2 that way, by the way, Critch, that day.
Was that the highlights you shared the other day?
Yeah, purely just to wind you up.
Yeah. To be fair, they were 2 good finishes, so I'll give him that.
Good striker, weren't he? All double digits, Emil. Right, so Troy Parrott, someone who wasn't double digits for us. I feel like this is one of those players where I don't want to judge people on this. You know, like people who think they're like, I'm trying to think that he'll proper analyze tactics and stuff like that. They'll like him. Whereas then I don't want to like pigeonhole anyone. Dave, who just like watches the games, doesn't think about anything, no offense, will be like, oh, he was crap him. I just feel like a lot of people were like, he was crap. It's a really tough one because he's gone on. I know it's only the Dutch league, but he's doing well. He's scoring lots of goals, but got a rate on how they did. I think his injury early on did hinder him. So we'll pass it on to Darren first. We'll go with Darren first. What are you going with? I'm intrigued to hear this one. Troy Parrott, 4 goals in 34 appearances.
Yeah, that's...
How many was that?
8 short of Emil Reese last season.
Do you know what? I'm going to say exactly what I've got written down in front of me here. I've given him a 2.
Yep, that's
So that's what I thought as well. Yeah, same stats as look. I've obviously looked at same one as you, Dan. 34 appearances, 4 goals. Obviously, his injury didn't help as well. But again, he may be firing on all cylinders now, but in the Preston shirt, it wasn't that good.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to want him to be a 1. I personally, do you know what? I
wouldn't put him in a 1. No.
If you fight in his corner, if there's a guy who scores a lot of goals up front, I always think it's important to look at his strike partner. I do think Parrott did a lot of Cannon's dirty work. I think they linked up not dirty work, but they linked up very well towards the end of that season where we flirted with the playoffs for a week or 2. Do you remember we beat Reading? And I remember going to Millwall. There were about 2,000 of us at Millwall. And I thought them two, we played really well, but lost 2-0. We were too nice for Millwall that game. They bullied us. I think they had Spiglad up front, I think, that Matt Smith or whatever. And I liked Parrott. I do think, but yeah, we didn't like him that much. So I'm giving him a 2 as well. So yeah. So we're all at 2.
I thought you were going to give him a 3 then. I thought you were going to give him a 3.
No, 2. Tier 2. He can't.
Yeah. I agree. Yeah, I agree.
I would have been interested to see how he did without his injuries, but anyway. Another one that's interesting here, and that is, curious what people think of this, because I feel like it's one of them where people at the time would give him a lot of stick. And I feel like as the years go on, people are like, I liked him. Known for his run down the right-hand side at Ewood Park. That is Lucas Nemcha, current striker for Leeds United, on loan in the 18-19 season. 41 appearances for us. 4 goals and 5 assists. If that's right, it surprised me when I read that. Maybe it's wrong, but that is what it came across as. Darren, go on, what are you saying for Lucas Nemcha?
Yeah, it was another one of them ones where obviously come on loan, and he was one of the ones where everyone was like hyping him up, saying he's going to be the next big thing. Yeah, again, just going off the back of the last one as well, really, you have to... I give him a 2. I've wrote down a 2 here for him. I've given him a 2. Just solely based on the fact, obviously, with stats as well on top of that. If you take into a couple of like plays I've also given a 2 for, they're not exactly that similar as well in stat wise. So yeah, in the Preston offense shirt, yeah, I've given him a 2.
You give him a 2, and Critch.
I
I
don't want to give him a 3. Yeah, I'm conflicted with this one now. In my head, I had a 2. But was he the same as Parrott? I would have said he's slightly better than Parrott. That's the issue I have now. I'm conflicted. I'm going to give him a 2.
You're going to give him a 2?
Yeah.
Well,
if you give him a 3, I'll be conflicted.
Do I look back at Lucas Nemcha's loan spell and say he was good for us? Yeah, I don't know. I think he was all right. I think maybe a second season might have helped, but for me, he's not someone I look back on and say, yeah, good striker for us. So I can't give him more. Yeah. I can't give him a 3. He's a 2. I've gone for 2 as well.
Right, good.
On that one, I'm frantically going through my list because I just realised I've missed 2 people out on the one on my phone because I've got him in front of me. So we're going to go here. We're going to go next to we're going to go to me, what you want in a loan signing, and that is coming in halfway through a season. I don't think you get much better as a loan signing than coming in, okay, scoring lots of goals, scoring 6 goals in a playoff campaign, a hat-trick at Wembley. So Jermaine Beckford, if he's not in the top tier, if he's not 5 stars, I'd like to know what you both think is 5 stars, because Jermaine Beckford, I'm going to say this right now, is our greatest ever loan signing because he got us promoted. What is everybody's favourite day as a Preston North End fan? It is Wembley 2015, where Jermaine Beckford one got us there with that Chesterfield semi-final, and 2 took us to get promoted. So for me, Jermaine Beckford is top tier. So Darren, tell me why he's not a 5.
Well, I told you I was really critical on these as well. I don't know what, like my God, you've really exposed me now, haven't you? I give him a 4. I just think that you're gonna make me look like a right idiot here, but let's go to Critch. Critch, what are you saying, Critch?
Darren, just without putting any pressure on you, your reason for giving him a 4 is getting clipped and used as clickbait. So just
no.
Let's just go to Critch. Was actually going to say a 4.
Gee, right, you're getting clipped.
Yeah,
as well,
I was actually going to say a 4.
For him, Facebook.
You made a good case. You've made a good case now, because when I think back, he was amazing.
He was, yeah.
Especially in them games that you just brought up. But was he the GOAT? Oh, I don't know. He was amazing.
He only scored from the halfway line in a playoff semi-final and then got a hat-trick in the final.
I remember it well.
What more do you want him to do? 10 press-ups in between
but that's just 2 games. It's just
2 of the biggest games.
Spell.
I don't need to analyse
not 2 games. It's the whole spell.
So we need to analyse how he did in a 2-2 draw against, I don't know.
No, his whole loan spell. That's all.
Yeah, I think I can go for his loan spell
and
if you want.
He was good.
He comes in.
Not every game. Yeah.
He comes in, yeah. He comes in. He has a career...
promotion.
There you go. Career-threatening ear injury, if that's such a thing. He didn't think he'd play again. Comes back in January. I think he taught me what it doesn't really matter if a player misses 2 chances in a game. If he gets 4 chances in a game and scores 2, there you go. It don't matter. It's getting in the positions to get the chances. I just think he's our greatest ever loan player.
Yeah.
I don't think it can be disputed.
Yeah.
So
we'll let you have that one down.
Right. So I've convinced you.
Yeah. Well, thing is with me with these, I think I've just been really critical with these numbers. I don't really know. I know I can see what I want myself to be in, like number 5 stars, but saying it's a bit harder than what I visualised. But yeah, we'll let you have this one, Dan. Put him in 5.
Do you know what? Can I just get this rant in for hopefully not the North End fans that are listening? And that is, so we've just talked about our greatest ever loan signing. He scored a hat-trick for us at Wembley. He's the Clive Mendonca of Preston North End. He's the Jeff Hurst of Preston North End. And then do you know what happened? About a year later, maybe a bit longer than that, he has a career-threatening injury again, ligament injury, and he comes back, okay? And he gets sent off twice in a month, right? For arguing with Owen Doyle, gets sent off against Leeds. Okay, and I'm thinking, do you know what? This man, I'll be honest, I'm going to say this, he should be able to sleep with any of our girlfriends, and we just go on, mate, let me tuck you in, okay? And because he had a little bit 2 red cards, I remember he got booed down the tunnel after he got sent off by Leeds. And I remember sitting there on the Tom Finney stand that day and thinking, football fans are real assholes. Seriously. You just let him go down the tunnel, maybe slag him off on Twitter, but to boo someone who scored a hat-trick at Wembley. So yeah, maybe that's where some of the pent-up aggression comes towards certain sections of the, I hate the word, fan base. Anyway, there you go. I've been cancelled. Right, moving on swiftly. Support your players. No, I think you might have to do a bit of... Hey?
I didn't agree. I didn't say 5.
I don't know. I weren't talking to you. I was talking to Dave. Why is it always Dave? It's just a random name.
Dave.
Well, talking to Steve from Grimsby. How about that one? You might have to do me a bit of convincing here because the one we're going directly after is Luke's favourite player. Luke, shout out to Luke in the WhatsApp group, who often disagrees with me, but I always like to see what Luke says. I do think he makes some great points, right? I always like people who go against me unless it's Critch based on nothing, right? But Aidan McGeady. Critch, go on, talk about... For audio listeners, Critch is saying a 5. So Critch, why do you think Aidan McGeady is a 5 or great?
What a player. What a player. I'd put him up there literally in the top 5 players I've seen play for Preston. I'd put him up there. He's one of the best. One of the best. Just, what more can I say? He was that good. He was that impactful for me, personally.
I feel like if this were on WhatsApp, I'd be getting a 2-minute voice note, getting why McGeady is great. So come on.
No, it's just great. Well, anyone who watched Preston at that time will know already all the goals he scored, his creativity. He just got you goals from absolutely nothing. He just skimmed players. He just walked past them, skillfully past them. He was so good. There's only one other player who I could see could take players on with that level of skill, and that was Fuller.
Right, so Aidan McGeady. I'm going to put this at 8 goals.
This is a 5.
Hang on, wait for it. 8 goals and 9 assists, okay, which is very good stats for a winger, yeah? Okay, now, we've spoke about Beckford, who got us promoted, okay? So my argument would be for McGeady is, Critch, I'm not looking at you, don't distract me. So we get him in on loan, okay? Does anybody talk about the great season of 16-17? They don't, okay? So McGeady, for me, is very, very, very good. Very good. He's right up there. Someone says to me, name the 5 best loan players we've had. He's in it. I was a big fan of him, okay? I thought his performances at home, I know he got goals at Huddersfield and Blackburn, probably somewhere else. I always thought away from home, I don't know. At home, he was unbelievable. And I'd go to away games. I went to most that season. I'd be like, he drifts in and out of the games. I'm not sure if he's suited to some of these away games. And I know people are probably screaming at the TVs right now. McGeady, one of my most
Don't do it.
No, one of my most memorable loan players. But for me, if that was a solid team that season, we had Pearson, we had Hugo up front, we had good players, okay? We had good players. And for me, if McGeady was the greatest ever loan player, he would have got us to 6th. or flirting with the playoffs. That season, we didn't flirt with the playoffs at all. No. For me, it's a 4. And I'll be honest, I was like, is it a high 3 or a 4? So for me, it's a 4, a generous 4. No, not generous. It's a 4. He's 4-star for me. 5-star, I want a promotion. I want something. I want assists in a playoff final. I want us to get to...
No, that's a team thing.
Hey, that sums up maybe why McGeady isn't a 5. What you just said. It's a team thing. Anyway, Darren.
Oh, come on. Darren.
You
know the right thing to do.
What's coming here?
Don't do it.
Don't do
it.
I've gone for
a
low 4.
No. A low. Right, Chris, let him speak.
Because I can't give the last one a 4, a high 4, and then just give him like if I'm basing it on like a scale, Beckford for me, like, brilliant player. I've put him in obviously in the 4 category, high 4, but McGeady, just low 4. Sorry, Critch.
No, McGeady, no. He's just as good as Beckford, if not better.
Yeah, no, he's a better player than Beckford is, but
I'm not judging the quality of the player. I mean, just the performances. I'm only judging him on that.
I think for his fight, I mean, he's given a good fight, hasn't he, Dan?
I'm a bit torn because I think most North End fans will probably agree with Critch. So really, I'll be honest with you, that makes me even more want to give him a 4 thinking about it.
No, come on, do the right thing.
Does it bother you that much if we put him in the 4th tier?
Honestly, it would bother me because for me, I'd put him in my top 5, easy, top 5.
Should we give it him?
Yeah.
Go on then, Critch. I'll give it.
Yes.
And do you know you've got to thank for that?
Who?
Luke. Because I was reading what he was putting.
Well done, Luke.
I was sat in Popeyes, right? I was dealing with 2 kids like running havoc this morning whilst I'm reading Luke's points, and I'm thinking, just shut up a sec, you lot. I'm trying to read what Luke says here. So yeah, I disagree personally. I know Darren does, but if it bothers you that much,
it would. That one would bother me.
McGeady is getting a 5. Oh, I just don't like it. I don't like 5 saying Beckford, McGeady. I just feel it should say Beckford.
Yeah, I think he should well be there.
We've just spoke about We spoke about Beckford. We spoke about McGeady. Seems a bit of a downgrade to go to this. A bit random. Ryan Porteous. Last season's centre-back / right-back came in. He had a loan. Was he at Watford? We got him on loan from Watford. I don't really know what to say about it. I feel like a lot of our fans were really high on him, and then he had one poor game and he got dragged out of the team. So I'm interested. Critch, are you going for, I think it's either a 3 or a 2?
Yeah, definitely. For me, I feel harsh saying it, but I'm going to say 2.
2.
I mean, there's going to be a lot of Preston fans out there that will definitely disagree with that. But for me, he wasn't amazing. He was all right. He was solid a lot of games. But for me, is it 2? 2.
I just remember a couple of games and people are like, oh my God, Porteous, what a player. And I'm sat thinking, he were all right. He can edit, he can kick it. But I think for me, I don't know what you are. I'm a 2.
That's what I've written down here, yeah, as well, 2. It wasn't, it was all right, yeah, like you say, it wasn't, world class when we got him in, but yeah, 2 for Porteous.
Andre Green. The fact that I've just got Green down, I'm thinking, is his first name Andre? That probably says to me the impact he had on me, but I can barely tell you anything about it. He was on loan under Alex Neely. I don't know. Put it this way, normally I've not had to read many of these off thing. I'm having to go to what I've written about him.
I told you this one.
Is it you? Right, this is the information I've got about him. Andre Green, 1920, on loan from Aston Villa. He made 4 appearances.
Was it only 4?
He was at Rotherham last season, and he's now in the Greek Premier League. So,
wow.
I don't think there's too much we need to talk about with him. 1 from me. I don't know what.
Yeah, well, he's only played 4 games.
I put him as a 1 as well.
Yeah.
We've got a 1 then. Right. We're stepping it up a little bit here. And I think this is an interesting one because I really, really liked this player. But I feel like anyway, Liam Miller, who played against us last week, I thought he made a great start to his North End career with that. Do you know what the thing is, though? So I was thinking about this, which is why I've given him his rating that I have, right? So I loved him. Yeah, I thought he was brilliant. He reminded me of Ian Anderson, left side, cuts in on his right, okay. But I was thinking about this. So he came in that season, didn't he, and made his debut against Plymouth, yeah? So if you think about it, we had that start of the season that we always go back and forth about under low, right? If you think about it, he actually didn't feature in the start of that run, the first 5 or 6 games. So he actually probably was part of the team that didn't really do great for the rest of the season. But I'm looking at his stats, 5 goals, 5 assists. That season, it was a workman-like team. And he was like, not the McGeady, but I was like, oh, Miller, I'll enjoy watching him play. Yeah. Obviously, our manager decided to play him, obviously, at wing back.
Wing back.
Right, there you go.
Which manager was that? Which manager was that, eh?
I'm really trying. The one who got us to finish 10th. Anyway, right. Liam Miller. Critch, what are you going for with Liam Miller? I think it's a tough one, me.
It is. I mean, he was played out of position, but you could see he was a really good player, and he did have some really good performances. But I don't think we utilised him the best we could. So he's oh man, come back to me. I'm stuck between 2 numbers.
You're stuck between 2 numbers. That's why you take notes.
Yeah.
Darren.
No, I don't want to take notes.
I put down for Liam Miller a 3. Now I was torn between 3
and a 4.
For me, because I personally absolutely loved Liam Miller, especially that winning goal against Leeds.
Me too.
Cutting in and then just taking that shot as well. Oh, it was brilliant. I absolutely loved watching him play. Obviously, was at the game when he scored that goal when he come off the bench at Plymouth. It made all that trip worth it as well, the 1-0 win. Memories that I'll remember forever. So I was really, really hoping that we would have got him the season after, because the rumours are that it was going to go for about £1 million. I thought, oh, well, he's in with our budget. Maybe we can break the bank if we get him. But again, obviously didn't want to come back because of a certain...
why did he not want to come back? Why did he not want to come back?
Because he had to play wing back. He wouldn't have come back under Heckingbottom either, because he'd have had to play wing back. And he didn't want to finish 20th.
We know why. We know why he didn't want to come back.
Right.
We know why.
So are we going for 3? I'm 3 as well. I want to give him a 4.
Let's go 3.
I personally want to give him a 4.
Yeah. No, I feel dirty giving him a 3. I feel dirty.
Right. Well, let's go to Simon Makianok. Yeah, I had the same reaction as well. Simon Makianok. I remember him for a beautiful flick on from Callum Robinson cross at Bristol City. Obviously, the hat trick at Bournemouth.
Yeah.
29. Look, this is why, Critch, when I say to you 12 goals is a good return, 29 games for Simon Makianok that season, 3 goals in the league. So, 12 goals, maybe it's not that bad, mate. But, hat trick at Bournemouth, 3 goals. He was...
Crap.
Yeah.
All right, crap. Oh, so you're going 1?
No, I'm going to go 2.
Yeah.
I've gone 2.
He's not the worst of the worst, but he was bad.
He's not the worst of the worst, but he was bad. Right, so I'm going 2 as well for Simon Makianok. Right. I think we're going to have to come up with one last one because this has gone a little bit longer than I thought and come back because I don't want to rush some of the rest of them. And if anything, do you know what we're going to do? If there's any players that you want us to rate, post them below, okay? And we will rate them on part 2, okay? Because I don't want to have to rush it because there's some of these players where I'm thinking, anyway, this... Right. Who should we go for the last one? Do we want a positive one or do we want do you know what? Do we want a negative one? Positive or negative?
Let's go negative just to cause some controversy.
This could be negative or it could be positive. I've asked a North End fan to rate loan spells, and I consider that, I'm not going to say his name because he doesn't like to be mentioned, but I trust his opinion. Okay, we often agree. I think
it's not me then.
What's the most knowledgeable North End fan you know? It is this guy. Okay, so sorry, actually, I feel bad. Me granddad first, and then this guy second, right? But we're going to go with a guy who came on loan in the 15-16 season and would later go on to score 13 Championship League goals for us when he would sign, about 7 years later on a permanent. But we're going to take you back to the loan spell when we've just been promoted from League One, and that is...
Oh, I know.
Will Keane.
Yeah.
So Will Keane scored 1 goal for us, and if you remember, it was the goal at Burnley. 1 goal in 16 games, okay, in a loan spell. He got sent back to Manchester United or recalled at Christmas, and he scored. I didn't like this, so I like a player cup in the ears now and again, okay? He scored, the difference is Reece was good for us, okay? Keane was not good for us in his loan spell, and what he did, he scored at Burnley, and he cupped the ears, and I thought, is he doing that to the Burnley fans or not? He was almost looking at the North End fans from the halfway line. I was like, I don't really like that. But then he did come back in the permanent spot. Now, I know people don't like this. I think Will Keane's been a decent player for us. But we've got to judge him. Got to judge him on his loan spell. Mm. So I'm curious what you two are going to do. I'll be honest with you. I didn't like him during his loan spell, but I've done a big U-turn on him.
Did
I like him now, so I'm curious we'll go with Darren. What are you saying for Will Keane's loan spell, 15-16?
Yeah, I have put him as a 1 for that loan spell.
Okay, a 1 for Will Keane. You've gone 1 as well, Critch. Good job. You're thinking of the audio listeners there by holding up a sign saying 1. But yeah, it's unanimous. I've gone for a 1 for Will Keane.
I thought you were going to give him a 2 then. Good.
No, he's a 1. He's a 1. Look, he scored 1 goal in 16. So just to recap,
your rating is.
The players that we've got so far. So in the 1-star bottom tier, we've got Will Keane. We've got Andre Green. We've got Calvin Ramsey, nearly said Aaron. We've got Steffi Mavididi, and we've got Liam Delap. Okay. The 2-star tier, we have got... I nearly give away one of the other ones then. We've got Simon Makianok. We've got Ryan Porteous. We've got Lucas Nemcha. Is it Nemecha? Is it Nemcha? We've got Troy Parrott. We've got Sam Greenwood at 2-star. 3 stars, we've got Kane Kessler-Hayden, one of only 3 players of the seasons in this. We've got Liam Miller, and that is all we've got in the 3-star category.
Still feel dirty about one.
I feel dirty about both of those 3 stars. If there was something, if you could give a 3.5 star, both 3.5.
Yeah.
The 4 stars, we've got Cameron Archer, baby. We've got Tom Cannon, baby. North End fans so creative with their songs. And yeah, they're the only ones that we've got in 4 stars. Well, we are really sticking with this. Cannon and Archer. And the 5 stars, we've got, I'm going to say his name, Aidan McGeady. I'm not having that. But, well, Critch, do you know what? The guy whose opinion I trust, I've messaged him. If he'd have replied before the end of that episode and he agreed with me and Darren, it would have been getting changed. But we're going to give you a 5-star for that one. And Jermaine Beckford. So Jermaine Beckford, our greatest ever loan player. Aidan McGeady, our second greatest ever loan player. And there you go. Look, hopefully you've enjoyed this episode. We thought it'd be something
I think
different.
the fans aren't going to be happy with this.
I'm not going to be happy. When are they ever happy? I've actually enjoyed doing this. I prefer doing this than I do doing the games, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I didn't know how long this would go. We'd never done this before. But I'm looking at the players we've still got to rate. And we've got Bowler, we've got Owen Doyle, we've got Vermeil, we've got Josh Murphy, we've got Meg Homer, Brandon Barker, Seth Vandenberg, Alvaro Fernandez, Anthony Gordon, Galley, Pickford, Everson, Johnston, Malumbi, Reach. So if you can think of any others you want us to rate from the 10-year time period, let us know. We'll probably add Callum Robinson to that. We can add the ones that we're putting in the group, actually.
More.
So yeah, that we can add those ones in. So hopefully if you've enjoyed that, we can look. we can add some more. I think, is it Dean that sent some more into the group? I think it's Dean. So yeah, we can do some of those. Any more ideas, let us know. And yeah, if you agree, disagree on some, post yours below. And yeah, hopefully you've enjoyed it. Maybe we should probably discuss this off air. Do we record the next one another day this weekend or week, or would you sooner wait till the next internationals? Put you on the spot there, Anna.
We'll talk about it after.
We'll talk about it. By the sounds of it, you'll be waiting until November. And we're putting that on Darren's head. Darren's got plans tomorrow. Actually, what am I on about? I've got plans tomorrow. I'm going to have a 2-year-old running around. So yeah, see you in November. But we will be back next weekend talking the West Brom game. If you've not already, I always mean to do this at the start. Hit the follow button. Hit the subscribe button. And yeah, there you go. There you go. I enjoyed that. Did you too?
Oh, yeah.
So,
yeah, it was pretty good.
It was interesting, weren't it? So thanks everyone for listening, and we'll speak to you all next week.